Well, hi there. BT here, and welcome to BT's Corner. I hope you're all having a wonderful summer, even as as a nation, try to slog our way through the COVID 19 Wuhan coronavirus epidemic and pandemic. And I hope that wherever you are safe. And I really hope and pray that all of your family members are safe and healthy as well. And to those of you who have lost someone, you have my condolences. What I want to talk about today is an issue that's a hot topic right now in the news and all over social media. And whichever side of the political fence you might fall on, whether you claim to be on the left or the right or in the middle or somewhere else that's outside of the either the Democrat Party or the Republican Party, one of the big issues right now is voting by mail. Now, BT here is a retired service member, and BT voted absentee several times throughout the course of his career. What I want to make clear first off is that voting absentee and voting by mail, ladies and gentlemen, those are not at all the same thing. To vote absentee, you have to prove who you are to the region, area, state, locality, wherever it is that you're going to vote from. You have to prove that first off that you have registered to vote, you are who you say you are, and then you request an absentee ballot. That ballot can be sent to you if in my case, where I was a service member stationed overseas, was sent to my overseas address in time so that I could complete that ballot and then send it back, again, using the Postal Service, but get it back to where I was voting from, my residence in the United States at the time. I voted absentee a few times. The process was a little bit of a pain in the neck, required some work on my part to get it done. But it was easy. It wasn't difficult. It was just time consuming, I guess. Well, voting by mail, the way a lot of our politicians, I beg your pardon, are trying to set this up, is that the Postal Service, the voting commission in whatever region, locality, state that you live in, would simply send a ballot to every registered voter, and we'll get back to that in just a second, but to the address of every registered voter within that district, that voting area. Now, there's a lot of things that can go wrong with that, but it is not a controlled process. It is simply using the Postal Service to mail a ballot to every address at which there was a known voter at one time. Let me ask you something, everybody. Have you ever, when you've gone to retrieve your mail out of your mailbox or through the slot in your door or out of your post office box, you've gotten something that says to, and then it's your name, or current resident, or you've gotten something sent to a person who no longer lives at your address? And maybe it says or current resident or current occupant, and maybe it doesn't. Maybe it just got there. Well, if we go to full mail-in voting, that is what is going to happen in a lot of cases. You're going to get mail, or mail is going to be sent to people who don't live at the recorded addresses anymore. May not live in the same state or the same town. They may be deceased for all that we know, but that ballot is going to get sent there. That's where the control is lost. Now, voting absentee, as BT did several times, I had to sign the ballot when I was done voting, filling it out and sending it in. That signature had to match the signature on file in the voting district office where I registered to get that absentee ballot. There was a control there. Voting by mail, the way it's being set up right now, has no such control. Now, BT obviously comes down on the side of not doing it this way. You want to vote absentee, there's a process for that. It's a long-standing, verified, and controlled process, and ladies and gentlemen, it works. And unless the signature doesn't match, that vote sent in by that absentee ballot is going to count in almost every case. There are one-offs. There always are. No matter how you vote, there are going to be one-offs that will throw that off. By and large, overwhelming majority, absentee ballots count. Mail-in ballots, just willy-nilly mailing them in, is rife with a lot of possibility for fraud. Now, BT knows there are a couple of states that almost exclusively do vote by mail, and they have put controls, to my knowledge. I have not voted in one of those states. I have no personal anecdote about that, but to my knowledge, that system mostly works. What I want to finish out by saying is that a lot of people in this country went through some really serious struggles and hardships to secure their rights to vote. Now, right now, as it stands, everybody who is a United States citizen who has attained the age of 18 years is legally allowed to vote. There's a process. You register and then you vote. The registration process varies from state to state, city to city, locality to locality, but that's basically it. You register and then you can vote once you have turned 18. A lot of people fought hard and went through some hardships and physical beatings, and some even suffered death to secure your right to vote. My question to all of you watching this video today is, why would you want to endanger that, diminish those sacrifices? Why would you want those votes that were so hard fought for, that right to vote and secure voting, to be thrown away with the possibility of mail-in voting, have the votes cheapened? I, for one, want to stand up for that sacrifice they made. And with every right that you have as an American, every single one, with your right come responsibilities. You have the responsibility to vote. If you're going to vote, go vote. Request an absentee ballot, vote early. If that's what you can only vote once, mind you, but request the absentee ballot if you can't make it to the polls on election day. Vote early if you can't make it to the polls on election day. Do something to exercise your right by doing it responsibly. People, it's very important to vote. In every election, whether there's a president on the ballot or not, it's vitally important to the security and longevity of our country, its lifeblood, if you will, to vote in every election. BT here hopes that you will vote in person if you possibly can. If you need to vote absentee, do it that way. But ladies and gentlemen, stand against massive, across the board vote by mail. It's not a good idea. It has never been a good idea. And ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't have anything to do with the Postal Service. It has everything to do with you exercising your right to vote in a responsible manner. All right. Thanks for tuning in today to BT's Corner. I hope you're all safe and well. I'm unscripted as always. I hope you're safe. Have a great day. We'll see you next time here at the Corner.